Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
Yeah, sometime into this shit.
Yeah, we good.
All right, so you and your lady, y'all going through some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather her take her anger out by like breaking your shit or stepping out on you?
Nigga, break my shit. That shit can be replaced. That shit can be replaced, dog. That shit can be replaced. That's what insurance for, all that shit. Like fuck all that, dog.
So let's say you did like some good shit around the house, right? Or your lady's like, you know what? You've been on your shit lately. I've been thinking about this, but I want to give you a hall pass. No strings attached.
I feel like that shit's set up.
I want you to do your thing.
I feel like that shit's set up.
No.
Like I would, you know what I would do? I would take said hall pass. I just go out of town and just relax. Because I feel like that's the fucking setup. To be thrown back in your face later on down the road, and all we're gonna be like is, nigga, you told me I could do this.
Yeah. So what if it did come back up and she was like, you know what? He was like, damn, baby, you really did the thing. Like, and she was like, you know what? I think I deserve a hall pass.
Bitch, fuck you. That's not. I don't mean to call no woman no bitch, but hey, that shit brought something out of me just.
Yeah, what the fuck wrong with
like,
you?
No. You decided to do that. That's not in my ministry.
Yeah.
So you on top of your game. You know what? You know what? Here's some money. Go do something.
So if she brought up the idea of an open marriage, then or open relationship, what you saying about how you feeling about that?
That would definitely like if I was open to it, like that would definitely be something we would have to really sit down and discuss. Shit like that, you gotta lay down rules.
Yeah.
You gotta have rules and regulations on that shit.
Yeah. And whatever game you willing to play, you gotta be.
Yeah, you gotta be able to. Man,
on the reverse side, I don't know if I can. I don't know. I don't think so, man. I don't think I got it in me, man.
Cause to think about it, that's just like the polyamorous. How you pronounce it?
Polyamorous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those are the types of relationships like you really have to sit down and like fucking grind that shit out with the people that you're gonna be with.
Yeah.
And make sure like everybody's on the same sheet of music, or else what the fuck we doing this for?
Right. Yeah.
So I'm like you, like an open marriage. I'm like, I don't think I could do it. Because like you said, the same shit that I'm willing to do, I gotta be able to take.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, look, if I wasn't that, nigga, don't tell me shit.
Man,
don't tell me a motherfucking thing.
Yeah, listen, your lady come in the house like 2 a.m, limping like somebody beat that back out, and you just cool with that. Nah, I can't have that shit, dog. I can't have that shit. Yeah, she just
hell no. You coming in at 2 a.m. I'm expecting you to be ready for me.
Yeah. You might as well stay out all night. Yeah, she walking in there like she done had the frame tore out, man. Y'all hopping straight in the shower.
She come in. Right, I finna say she come in smiling and shit.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. Yeah, see, I can't do that. That. 1 2 1 2. You know the vibes. Unapologetic podcast. Another episode. I got my guy Smurf co-hosting with me.
What's happening, man?
Good. Y'all know who I am already. But man, good to be back on with you.
Yes, sir.
Kind of filling the gaps, I'm glad you was available. For everybody that's wondering, Dre is good. He just getting situated. he's touched down. He's safe, getting in his rhythm and groove. So, but he'll be back very soon. Very soon. What's good with you though, man?
Ain't nothing, man. Shit, literally just got off work and came in to get this recording done for you.
Okay.
And for those who don't know who I am one half of Coffee and Apple Juice, the podcast. My name is Smurf. Always a pleasure to be with my dog. Whenever you need me, I'm gonna pull up and we're gonna get this thing done.
Absolutely. And they should know who you are, but they might not know the podcast thing though, because I think last time you was on, you wasn't you hadn't started recording with Aisha at the time. But I mean, I
shout out.
I promote y'all.
Shout out to to our whatever our relationship, however she put that shit.
Aisha done with us. She don't call no more. Listen,
she be FaceTiming us at like 7, 8 o'clock. I don't be up yet.
Well, that too. But listen, because this past Sunday I was fucked up. Well, you know the night we had because we was on Zoom. Yep. Yeah, man, I drunk so much different shit that night. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but
I watched you too.
I woke up. I really don't remember the end of the Zoom call. Only thing I really remember is the end of the game, the basketball game and everything else, man. But and the people that was around, everybody that was on the chat, we had a little FaceTime group call going to.
Right.
Like we had a whole bunch of shit going on that night. But yeah, so I woke up probably like 3, 4 in the afternoon. And I saw I had a missed call. I was like, but I ain't had the energy to get up and get on FaceTime and call. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call her the next day. I call her the next day. She ain't answer. She ain't text back or nothing. So I was like, yeah, Aisha ain't fucking with us no more. But then I called her.
She was down, man. She said she wasn't feeling good, even when we recorded on Monday.
Yeah, that's what she told me on Tuesday because we ended up talking yesterday morning. So yeah, man. Man, it's a lot of shit going on.
Tell me about
it. Just the world in general.
Tell me about it.
I don't know why I feel like I ain't recorded in a while, but just we move through this shit. Some stuff that's going on, man. But I do want to start off by saying rest in peace to Biz Marquis. He passed away over the weekend. Definitely a pioneer in the hip hop game, and not even just the hip hop game. You can say the world in general, because that Just a Friend song, beat, chorus, everything, lyrics has been
everybody knowing.
Yes, has been touched by commercials, movies, everything. So I mean that's and then just him as a person.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because he's on a lot of shit. I mean, he's been on plenty of night shows, DJing, doing music, performance. So I mean, definitely a big loss, man. I hate when we lose our legends because, it's just, it just starts reminding you
of how shit used to be back then, when they were on top of their game, and for him, he wasn't like the lyricist, but that motherfucker could beatbox his ass off. Like he was top between him and Dougie Fresh. Them jokers, man. Like they give it to you.
Yeah. It's only 3 I could think of to come to name: him, Doug Fresh, and old boy from the Fat Boys.
Yeah.
But I mean that's it. But but everybody talks about how great a person he is, which I don't doubt it. But definitely, like I said, rest in peace to him and his condolences to the family, man. And I mean, that was
tough to see. It's always, like you said, it's always tough to see when our hip hop legends go down like that, and it's just because a lot of didn't even know anything was wrong with him, and then to hop on Twitter, over the weekend and see that he passed, it was just wait, what? What? Because you now you wonder what happened? Was he good in the past? Did this all of a sudden happen? Now you get to wondering what it was that caused it.
Well, so the crazy thing was, I remember news coming out probably a little over a year ago that he was hospitalized. And I remember everybody saying, prayers out to Biz Marquis, prayers out to Biz Marquis, and then it got quiet for a long time.
Yeah,
so I'm just thinking everything good because wasn't no death reported. Then next thing I know, 2-3 weeks ago, Big Daddy Kane on IG talking about, you know, Biz Markie is in, you know, he's in the hospital still. He hasn't passed away, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, damn, it was like a year later. Like, but yeah, man. That's another one this year. I mean, we Black Rob, X. We losing them, man. They like slowly but surely. Yeah. But here's something that I did kind of want to touch on. I put this in the group chat that we were in about the NFL wanting to play the quote unquote Black National Anthem, which I don't really know. I mean, what is the Black National Anthem? Where's that written in stone that we have a Black National Anthem? I don't know, but that shit seemed funny to me because funny and weird, and I think the NFL is starting to do a little too much now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I would rather them just come out and say, "Hey, look, Colin Kaepernick was right, we was wrong."
That's it. Like you'll get so much respect from the Black community doing that shit. Like just hey, we were wrong.
Pride is stopping them from do that because I mean, like I said, it's a whole lot of like. Do we need? I mean, most people go to the game, they want to get a game started.
Right.
If they don't play any national anthem, I'm pretty sure everybody would be happy.
Everybody be just fine.
Play ball. You know what I'm saying? Play ball.
Because even like when I go to games and they play the national anthem, I'm like, I stand up, but it's just like my hand ain't going over my heart, none of that shit. Because I'm like, of course, over time, like my views and opinions about the flag has changed.
The more you learn.
For us to serve, like, and I'm like, yo, like, I've been in fucking uniform and been called a nigga to my face.
Absolutely.
And can't do shit about it. Because if I put my hands on this man, I'm going to jail. Even if I'm in uniform.
Right.
So yeah. That's why I had a damn, like, you know, when it really kicked off like that, I had a discussion once. I was like, man, you can't sit here, like nobody can sit here and say that flag really means anything. I was like, it's a piece of cloth. It's a piece of cloth. That's it. Like it's supposed to represent one thing, and it doesn't represent that. Neither does the fucking Constitution.
Right. And they use it. It's used and when it want to be used, because they'll tell you one thing, then the next thing you know, because when you look at, you know, how it's supposed to be used, it's not supposed to be on clothing. It ain't supposed to be, what is it, horizontal to it's horizontal. So the way they carry it out,
it's already right. You're already violating the regulation.
Right. So I mean, weird facts for those that don't know, that hasn't done research, but yeah, I mean, so it's, you know, it's used when they want to use it against you. Like no one gives a fuck about it until somebody Black says, "Oh well, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna stand. I'm gonna kneel for the flag or kneel for the song." Then that shit is then that's when everybody wants to put some kind of emphasis behind it or whatever. But well, in closing on that, like I said, I think the NFL is doing too much. I think a simple apology to Colin is good enough, and I think implementing some other rules like because the Rooney Rule is NFL, right?
Yeah, that shit's a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke. So doing something to where like the NBA does, because the NBA has hired eight African American coaches this year.
Yep.
Well, I think 8 of the 9 positions have been filled. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. So, but I mean, do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Make the NFL more inclusive, like in the higher up parts for African Americans,
from the head coaches and up, because there's no. Are there any Black owners in? There's no. In NFL?
There's a minority owner, Shad Khan. But he's not Black though.
But yeah, he's not Black. But I'm saying, between even minority or fucking majority.
No owners. Nah.
But you go slide over to the NBA. You got majority owners. You got minority owners. Like everybody, you know, they're more Yeah, coaching. Like you got it from the top down.
Yeah.
Hell, and then they're starting to get they're starting to include the women because you got women assistant coaches, like fucking Becky Hammond,
and get interviewed for head coaching jobs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get it together, NFL. Hey, Bucks and 6. Bucks and 6.
Hey,
what's your
them boys can't. Hey, Giannis did his motherfucking thing.
And that was a hell of a game last night.
Hey, that motherfucker had it in his mind like, nigga, we not going back to Phoenix.
That was a hell of a game last night.
Yeah, it was. I said, Giannis, when he really got going, that third and fourth quarter, I was like, oh yeah, it's a wrap. Cause them boys got the going.
Yeah.
Shit. Like in Phoenix, shout out to Phoenix because they gave him everything they had, but damn Chris Paul, I don't know if that nigga reverted back to his motherfucking Clipper days or what, but that's exactly what he looked. He looked like a shell of himself them last really four games.
Yeah. You know,
them last 4 games, he looked like a shell of himself. He turned it like in like unnecessary turnovers, like turnovers you'll never see him do in the regular season.
Yeah, it's almost like he turned into like a first, second year player making bad mistakes.
Man, it was like, I don't know if he was trying to do. Well, I can't even say he was trying to do too much, but then it like was it game 3 or 4 where he had like 10 points and he wasn't shooting the fucking ball? I'm like, shoot the ball, dude.
Yeah. So we about to deep dive in this real quick, man. Because and I don't even think I'm gonna talk about the Bucks because I think well for one, I really don't care what nobody say. It looked like the NBA rigged this shit. This because a lot of what I saw in game 4 and 5, I was like, I don't know how the fuck Phoenix lost that game because a lot of them fouls, a lot of the calls was it seemed like everybody was pro Phoenix. From the fouls to everything, like it just looks like the game was rigged for Phoenix to win.
That damn Devin Booker should have fouled out.
Fuck yeah,
on several occasions.
Yeah. Now to Chris Paul, man, I don't know. Like, I think it was weird how he just disappeared. But I think where Phoenix really fucked up is because Campaign, Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson was playing good. And Aiden.
Yeah.
Chris Paul stopped getting them involved. We didn't hear no more about them boys or from the boys after game 2.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like Aiden was a force in game 1 and game 2 when he was getting the ball. Like they couldn't do nothing with him. We didn't hear nothing about Aiden after that. You know what I'm saying? And Booker, me and Dre was talking about this. I think Dre might have said on the last episode, you know, Booker don't take bad shots. He don't take bad shots, really. Well, he don't, but he gets tunnel vision.
Yeah.
He got tunnel vision a lot these last 4 games. Like,
because he's trying to do it on his own.
Yeah. And he can score. He's a scorer. He gonna do it.
Yeah. He tried to channel that Kobe in him, and it got the best of him.
Yeah.
As far as the team's concerned. Because he was hooping.
And when it started, dog, I wanted to see CP3 get it. I'm like,
man,
gotta get it.
Him and Coach Williams. Right. I wanted to see them both get it.
Gotta get one. After game 2, I was like, man, after just watching, you know, because it got to some point to where, you know, I'm like, okay, because we know how Chris Paul used to be, the reputation he had when he first came in the league, dirty player, does this, does that, and it ain't really changed a whole lot. He just really is really good at manipulating the game now, and he was doing a lot of shit game 1 and game 2. I was like, yo, I wish Chris Paul would just play. You know what I'm saying? Just play the game. Like, you don't need. He's too good to do all that. And then, but slowly but surely, I started wanting to see Giannis win because of a lot of that, and then because of all the hate Giannis was receiving. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why he received all that hate.
shout out to Giannis.
Absolutely.
Him and Chris Middleton, because they got drafted in the same draft, and they're still the only two motherfuckers on that team from that whole rebuild.
Right. Yeah.
And so
and
shout out to them
when Giannis got drafted, he was supposed to be Jabari Parker's backup.
Yeah, and took over.
And Brandon Jennings was supposed to be the star, but they ended up trading Brandon Jennings to Detroit for Chris Middleton. Yeah, so,
hey, he was at the game too.
yeah, man. But
when it comes to Chris Paul, man, I was like, yo, like it really looked like he went into a shell and went back to them Clipper days. And like he balled as a Clipper, but it was like they had those moments, when he played with the Clippers, they had them damn moments where they just act like they didn't know what the fuck they was doing out there.
Right.
And that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like these last few games.
Yeah. You exactly right.
I'm like, this ain't the Chris Paul I'm used to seeing.
At all. But congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, man.
First one in 50 years?
50 years.
That's a long time. That's a long time.
Although, hey, I just so happened to see, so I follow Giannis on Instagram. He went live.
Yeah, I saw him when he went live.
Hey, and that motherfucker, they went to Chick-fil-A, and that motherfucker ordered a 50-piece. I said, that's my kind of guy. That motherfucker about to make me become a fan. Just off that, the sheer pettiness. Let me get, he said, not 51, not 49, not 51, 50.
Yeah. Yeah, and he should get he should get an endorsement off of that from Chick-fil-A. Absolutely, he should get an endorsement off that for real, man.
Chick-fil-A better get on it.
Yeah, well, once again, shout out to Milwaukee and Phoenix at that.
Oh yeah,
it's been
that was a good find. That was a damn good finals.
Yeah, I like it, and I did talk about this last week, but I don't care what nobody say about the ratings and whatever. Like, this was a good playoffs.
Yeah.
This was a good playoffs, not just the finals. I think the whole playoff season in general. Like, I didn't miss LeBron. I didn't miss KD and Steph Curry and all that other stuff. I mean, sometimes sooner or later they got to be gone anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like the NBA really went through it when Mike and the Bulls like stopped doing, like, because we was like, okay, San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no like the NBA took about 3-4 years to recover from like that, like the big name. That's when Shaq and Kobe really started like getting into their groove. AI was there, but AI wasn't really winning. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean,
he was winning. He could help his team win enough games to get to the playoffs. But shit, and then like Vincent Toronto, they was exciting to watch, but
and nobody cared about Indiana and New York, but they was all like doing anything. So yeah, I mean, why not let these young boys and these young teams come up and do their thing? So I mean, I don't care about the ratings. I think it was great. I think I'll be glad when football get to that, because I'm tired of Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. And, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm tired of them talking about damn Aaron Rodgers. You know, the whole spiel with this shit. I'm just like, yo, can I get on Get Up and damn and First Take and not hear about these jokers?
Listen, Get Up is the worst, because Get Up is gonna find a way to put Tom Brady in it.
Oh yeah,
Tom Brady,
him or Aaron Rodgers. They're gonna get them in there.
Tom Brady could tweet and say doo-doo or something, and what is this cryptic message that he? And I'm like, man, y'all really have to find, like, that's just crazy, man. But I was reading this quote today, bro, and it said different women bring different things out of men, far as in, I guess, it was talking about, I guess, far as in success level or motivation or drive or any of the other stuff. And I thought about it, and I was like, and I'll just use my my youngest daughter, her mother, for example, because I'll use her because I hate school. I'm not a big advocate of going to school. Not saying I'm not a big advocate, but this is just not me. Like,
it ain't for you.
Like, yeah. But I remember when we was together, that's all she did. Take classes. And I was like, damn, they taking classes, like she trying to get this degree, get this paper. I was like, let let me get in this shit. And I started doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, I'm enrolled in school, doing classes, all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? And we doing shit together. But you know, we ended up not lasting or staying together. And I don't think I probably took 3 or 4 classes since then. You know what I'm saying? That was it. But so that's like one of the things that came to mind. I was like, you know what? That shit do hold some truth to it. Like,
oh yeah,
you know, but
absolutely.
A lot of women don't. I guess a lot of women don't realize that. Like, so, like especially ones that's like driven and motivated. But then you do got a lot of niggas that just don't have no drive or nothing. They'll sit back and let a woman do everything.
Everything, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how do you have you found yourself in a situation like that?
Oh yeah, shit. My last marriage, like Tiffany, she was the reason why I went back to school, like on full time. Because once I was getting out the military, shit, I didn't know what the hell. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and so it's just like she was like, "Why don't you go back to school?" You know what? All right, bet. Sign up, get accepted. I come out here to Louisville, go to U of L. And so that kind of kicked it off. Then, we started doing photography. That kind of, that gave me a different light. Cause I'm like, I never thought about doing photography. And so that gave me that gave me something different to do. Now I get to, now I got something I can learn this shit. Oh, I can teach myself how to do this shit. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, now we got a mentor, even better, because now I can learn from him. I can still learn shit on my own, and it just became a cycle. So yeah, certain women definitely can bring something out of men in a positive way. I think, and to be honest, I think sometimes we look for that, and it's not necessarily intentional. Right. But we do want a woman that we know that's going to have not only have our back, but to give us that push and that motivation to keep grinding and doing shit to make ourselves better, not only for ourselves but for the relationship in general.
I can agree with that 100%. I can agree with that 100%. I've had them instances, but I've had the reverse too, to where I was with a woman that was kind of I want to say not so motivated to do things or stagnant, and I kind of like fell back off a lot of things that I was interested in doing as well, but then I would have my spurts to where I pick things up, and then she would like fall in line with me to where we was both doing things, and then but it only lasted so long because, it was more or less like, I'm doing this and she's doing it because I'm doing it. And then, so.
I've been saying, look, me bringing that DJ set, having the DJ set because of a woman.
Okay.
I see.
I'm still looking at one. We gotta get together. You gotta let me know what because
I went on. I'll send you the link where I got it from.
Okay.
But yeah, woman, because I was like, oh shit, was she doing it? And then of course I know a couple of, around here there's a lot of DJs that are locally known, and I know them personally. And then of course getting to watch them and talk to them, they like, yo, hey, whenever you got time, pull up. I'll show you what I know. Okay. But yeah, initially, woman. Woman had me interested in trying to learn how to DJ, even if it's not just so it's something else that I can say, okay, hey, I have this skill set.
Yeah. So so the influence is a lot, because a lot of women don't realize that influence is a lot, because just how they may pick and pull from you certain things, fall into an interest that you like. We do the same thing.
Yep.
But I think more or less for us, I think a lot of women, if they really look at it, that's how I guess they can tell, like, okay, he's really into me. You know what I'm saying? This might be a potential right here, because he's really interested in something that I'm doing, and he's kind of picking up or pulling from this craft or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? Right. And because I think that's how I gauge like some women too. Because I feel like women when they're really interested in you, they'll take an interest, not necessarily saying they want to do what you want to do, but like, let's say our podcast, right?
Right.
initially talking to a woman, getting to know a woman or whatever, telling her, hey, I got a podcast to do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? Those questions like, you know, the initial questions are, well, what is it about? What do you do? Oh, give me your link so I can check it out. But then like, let's say you talk 2 or 3 days after you did an episode, you recorded.
Yeah.
How'd the podcast go? You like, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? A little shit like that. So then you start to on like who's really paying attention to you, who's interested in, you know, what you got going on. So yeah, yeah, I feel it. I feel it, man. This is something you posted in the group. Go ahead. What you got?
I was gonna say, but it'd be a dope feeling though, man. Like
absolutely.
If I think that's what women don't really understand. Maybe I could be wrong, but I feel like they don't understand that and I don't know if you're the same way. I'm very nonchalant at times, but I'm observing. A lot of times when I'm being nonchalant, I'm observing and I'm picking shit here and there. And I'm like, okay, she likes to do that shit. Let me see if there's something I'm interested in type shit. So yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, school definitely ain't one for me, but I've done this shit. I've done it, but
school ain't necessarily for me. But I'm almost at the finish line, man. I got 2 more semesters. I'm hanging on,
and I'm close too.
I'm hanging on by a thread, boy.
I don't know how close I am. I know you put all my shit together. I might have a degree by then, but
shit, you probably do.
You know, I did so many different random classes and shit.
Right.
Here's something that you listed in I forgot which group we was in, but it's basically about Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah.
And the initial, you know, was basically women was bashing him. Oh, he must have did something. And for context, for those that don't know who we're talking about, Dwayne Haskins is a NFL quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Him and his wife and friends was in Vegas celebrating. Well, they were renewing vows. The guys went ahead and went out to the club, I guess, to get everything set up, whatever, meet the women out there. The women, I guess, were coming out there later. So that's not how she wanted it to go down, I guess. So once they got together, she got mad. Well, she was already mad, screamed on him. He probably said something, which, I mean, may have not, I don't know, but it don't matter. But she started hitting him. She punched him in the mouth a couple times or whatever else. And so from there, you know, most of the majority of things that were being said, you know, by a lot of women was, oh, he must have did something. Whatever he did, I know he deserved it, blah, 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 whatever else. Like, it was killing my man.
Which I think is stupid.
Killing my man, which is definitely stupid. And this is something me and Dre talked about on a podcast episodes back. You and Aisha talked about it. But that's definitely a double standard because had it went the other way, it wouldn't have been that same shit being said. But
that nigga be sitting in jail right now.
Yeah. And then you know, so within the, you know, last couple of days, I'm just looking, Dwayne Haskins' name is still out there, still trending. But he's the butt of everybody joke.
Right.
You know, men is like, he let his woman do this, he let his woman do that. Women is like, what kind of man calls the police on a woman, blah, blah, blah. Like, he couldn't have handled her, controlled her, all this other shit. And I'm like, yo, like, what do y'all want from men? Like, really, what do y'all want from men? Because had like you said, had he knocked her ass out, then it'd been a different story. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Like, now you bashing him because he didn't hit her.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like we can't do shit pretty much. Like, if we do one thing, we get bashed. If we do another, like, and he did the right thing. It was like, because I look at it as he may have thought about it like, if I put my hands on this woman, I know I'm about to go to jail. And
he got a lot to lose. Yeah.
Right. He definitely got a lot to lose. ESPN. Oh yeah. He would have got fired from Pittsburgh. Right. You know, they would have released his ass. So it's like he made the right call. That motherfuckers that's commenting like that, they ain't got shit to lose. Right. they don't have that. They don't have the shit that he has.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they ain't worried about that shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure he got investments and shit like that he needs to protect.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to make that. He had to make that call.
Yeah.
And he made the right call. I don't care how these motherfuckers shake it. He made the right call.
It's just crazy, like, to hear that shit. Like I don't know, like, you can't win for losing. But then I mean, so even to take a little further, as far as the media wise, that shit was news for what, a half a day, maybe. Make it make sense. I mean,
Maybe.
what's the difference? Because the difference is, what's different, because it wasn't a man hitting a woman. So like we said, if it was a man hitting a woman, it'd have been the news of every talk show for days and days and days.
They'll be talking about it. They'll be talking about it right now.
You know, I read this quote. It said, the media rarely has positive things to say about straight Black men.
Yeah,
which
I can see that. Yeah,
that holds a lot. That holds a lot of truth in that. It's a lot of truth in that.
Yeah,
the media rarely has positive things to say about straight Black men.
Because you can go and save somebody's life. It may hit the news, but they're not gonna sell it. They're gonna give you a couple minutes.
Right.
They're gonna move on to the next. Right.
But I mean, back to Dwayne Haskins. But like you said, I think he absolutely did the right thing. Because it's a lot that he has on the line.
Right.
And I mentioned this in our group chat. I've been in a situation to where I had a woman that was wilding out, and I called the police on her, and she said the same shit to me. Like, I called her mom first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when her mom, wouldn't get on the phone and talk to her to control her, I called the police. And that's like really the only my last idea that I can do besides like knock her ass out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it turned into, when everything was said and done, oh, you a pussy, you had to call the police on a woman, blah, 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 blah. I'm like,
nigga, I'll be that.
Right.
I'll be that.
But I ain't in jail.
I ain't in jail. I'm still good. My kid's good. Hey, so you can call me a pussy all you want. I'll be that.
Man, we got so many instances where it has went the other way.
Yeah.
And it played out, like we said, for day, like Ray Rice's ass was all over the news for the longest. Antonio Brown was in the news for the long. I mean, it's like so much, but Dwayne Haskins on the other end gets lips split open, mouth bleeding, and not real news. You know what I'm saying? Not real news.
Because she's not an athlete. Like she's his spouse, and it's not, she ain't that interesting. So, ain't pretty much there's no real dirt we can get off her.
Right.
To make a story out of it. So we just gonna push this, we're gonna keep this pushing.
Yeah. And even the public plays in, like we said, plays in that shit. Basically dogged him out, threw him not really threw him on the bus, but really dogged him out because he didn't, like, I don't know.
Cause motherfucker trying to get these jokes off. I'm
right.
I'm all about getting these jokes off. But something like that.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to get. I ain't necessarily worried about.
Are we conditioned just to see domestic violence, to see a motherfucker put hands on a woman?
Cause like our girl Rashada said, if you put your hands on a man, he should be able to hit you back. Which, because my thing is, we've always been taught, keep our goddamn hands to ourselves.
Yeah. So she hit him in the mouth.
To yourself.
Right. She hit him in the mouth, split his lip. Reports say she knocked a tooth out his mouth. He said his tooth, he got all his teeth. His teeth wasn't knocked out. But so had he reacted and slapped her, hit her back,
right?
What you think the headlines would be?
Oh man, he really would have got bashed. Dwayne Haskins, arrested for domestic violence, blah blah. Like it, they would have been on this motherfucking head. And like I said, he would have got released. Probably wouldn't have been able to come back from because hell, Ray Rice wasn't able to come back.
Nope.
Wouldn't have been able to come back to the league. So now he got to fucking figure out what's next.
Dirty game. It's a cool game. It's, but see, and before I get killed, I wouldn't have for him retaliating. I wouldn't have fought at him. I hate that saying that. We see this shit on social media and hear it a lot. A real man would just walk away, blah blah. Like, stop. First of all, stop telling us what a real man would do, because
I mean, hell,
half of y'all don't even know what a real man is. But
he did what a real man's supposed to do, and y'all still killing this man for it.
Yeah. Half of these people didn't even have a real man growing up in the house. So I mean, and then that's like me, a man telling a woman what a real woman is. How the fuck I know what a real woman is? But you know what I'm saying? But no, like, you really can't, like, even with women, like, some of their first reactions is to hit back or do whatever, you know what I'm saying? So,
which I think is I think that's retarded. Like, for who, for what? Because I'm like, nine times out of 10, a man is going to be stronger than said woman. So why would you want to put your hand? Because you don't know what's going to happen after you slap this man. You don't know how he's going to react. Yeah, he may not hit you. He might knock your ass out.
True indeed.
So that's why I'm like, keep your fucking hands to yourself.
True indeed, man. But move on off of Haskins. How do you feel about shacking up before being married? And I guess that's an oxymoron. Well, not oxymoron, but of course, if you're shacking up, you're not married. But so how do you feel about it? Well, no, the thing is, do you feel like that is a necessity?
Me personally, I prefer it.
Absolutely, yeah.
I would prefer it because now you're getting to that point, that place where you're in each other's space on a consistent basis. It's one thing where we have our own place and, she comes over my crib, I go over her crib. That's one thing. But to be living in the same place, paying bills, waking up to each other on a daily basis, that's a whole nother thing. And like I said, me personally, I would prefer to, at least for a good year, maybe two, just to see if we mesh and that we're able to maintain our relationship, especially living together. Because I'm like nobody necessarily wants to shack up, so to speak, for the rest of their lives. But like, if you're aiming to be married, then why not do it? Why not go ahead and?
True.
I mean, hell, we test drive a car, don't we?
Yeah.
Before we buy it.
Damn right. You damn right.
Why not?
You damn right. I need to know how you live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I need to see your tendencies, your patterns.
Yeah.
Like everything. I need to know how much you can get on my nerves on a day-to-day basis. when ain't nobody at work, this is the weekends, you know what I'm saying? I want to see all this shit. Like, okay, this I can deal with this. I can deal with this. I can't handle that, but I can deal with this. All this shit, all these goods outweigh these bads, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we moving in good directions. I need that. Like,
yeah.
I can't, like, to me, that's almost like saying, you know what? We're not gonna have sex till we get married. Excuse me? Excuse me?
Wait,
like you said, this car got to be test drove, baby. Like, nah.
Right. Like, nigga, what?
No surprises that, nah.
Right.
I need it. Like, I think that's it's a must for me, because like I said, it's a whole bunch. I don't think you really know nobody anyway. I mean, it takes you a while, and you'll always be learning that person that you're with, because you're gonna, people change.
Oh yeah,
daily, and you'll always be learning new things.
And that's what I was telling Aisha shit on this previous podcast. Like, like you said, we change. Like you think you know a person you'll know a person for a minute, but again, as we grow older, things change. Our mindsets change. Like things change as far as like you may think one thing about the government one day, and then fucking 5 years down the line, your mind totally changes because you've been able to gather information over the years and formulate your own thought process on how you feel about it. And that goes for damn sex, working, all of it, everything.
Yep. Yeah, I do. And I honestly, I don't think it's nothing bad with it. If you have those intentions on, like, you know what, we are moving towards marriage. This is something that we're
right.
Thinking. I think it's a must. I think it's a must. You have to do all that stuff. But here's one thing with that I don't know what falls in line with that, because I was actually this was in a book I was reading that, you know, was talking about actually, you know, living with each other, you know, pre-marriage. But it said something about a lot of women need to realize that until you're married, you're not a man's financial responsibility.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Vice versa. So I do think that puts a whole lot of things in perspective as well. How we gonna divvy up this? How we gonna do this? How we gonna do that? But I think that aspect of it really plays a lot into just our common regular relationships these days, because you see the memes, everything. It's, you know, seems like it's a lot of women that want men to, I guess, take care of them financially before we've even made it to this point.
Right.
Which is, I don't know. We're not gonna get into that.
That's another podcast.
That's like a 2-hour podcast.
That's another episode.
Yeah, we're not gonna get in that. But I mean, I just to touch back on, I do think that is something that I definitely want to do. I don't think I can marry a woman without us not have been, you know, living with each other for some period of time, to where I can say I'm fully used to her and, you know, everything else.
Right.
What better way to learn somebody anyway?
Right. Damn sure can't learn over FaceTiming and doing little visits here and there for a day or two.
Nah, you want to know how bad that breath smell in the morning too. All that shit. You just everything, every little thing. You just want, you know what I'm saying?
I need to see it all, man. I need to see it all.
Everything.
I'm like, shit. I ain't the best. I ain't the best at times, because I have you know, you have the moments where you don't want to do shit.
Yeah.
Oh, but I be on top of my game once I'm like, okay, let me get my shit in order.
Right.
I'll be on top of my game.
Yeah, and that don't mean ladies, because we had this conversation a long time ago. Ladies, that don't mean you can just feel free to start farting around people and shit either. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit.
Yo,
take your ass to the bathroom. We can get as comfortable as we want with each other, but that don't mean
Reggie said you're not ready to play the fart game. You're not ready to play the fart game.
Ooh, no, don't do that shit.
Oh shit. Shit. Yo. Oh my God.
Yeah, man. I know we gonna get ready to wrap this up. I know you got things to do.
Oh, we good, bro. We good, man.
I'm ready to
yo, hey, I want to discuss this Chicago shit real quick.
Oh yes, I forgot all about that shit.
I want to discuss. Hey, you sent me that article. I thought that shit was. I thought it was wild. So
you're absolutely right.
I'll let you bring that shit in.
So in Chicago, there's a law that's been passed, and it's basically mandated that you know, schools are encouraged and will start giving condoms to 5th graders or kids that are 10 years old and up, you know, and nothing can happen. Like, we can't, as a parent, I can't, you know, really do anything about it.
Right.
Yeah, I sent Smurf the article because that shit was crazy to me because I couldn't imagine telling my 10-year-old daughter coming home with condoms.
So like the article, so I read the article and it was like they would children at 10 or 11 should not, so that was what they were saying. Children at 10 or 11 should not be sexually active, in any policy that would reinforce such an idea to deprave and benefits those who seek sexual exploitation of children. And so pretty much what they were saying is that they were going to start handing out condoms and menstrual pads.
Yeah.
So now where I will what I do understand is the menstrual pads.
Okay.
Because girls these days start their cycle super early compared to
those two don't marry up.
But they don't mix, and that's the thing. That's where when I read the article, and that's the first thing I said, I was like, this shit don't mix.
Right.
Because I'm like, so you're assuming just because a little girl starts her cycle means that she's going to want to have sex, and that's not the case. Right. I'm like, that's just a part of life. So so if you're going to do making sure that these young ladies have pads, cool, because they, this is something new for them. They may forget. Right. And this is no fault to the parents. Because hell, the parents could be like, hey, make sure you got da 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 da. And kids being kids, we forget shit. We forget shit as adults. So I damn well the kids gonna forget. So that part I get. Now the condoms, miss me with that one.
Yeah, because I think that's promoting sex. That's promoting them to have sex. And like I said, when my children first hear about sex or like they're learning something, I'd rather give me the opportunity or a chance to talk to them. I don't think me doing this, having the quote unquote birds and the bees talk at 10 years old. Honestly,
that's not the talk I'm trying to have at 10.
Nah, yeah, definitely not at 10.
Not at 10.
So if schools are passing out, and I'm just gonna say schools, I know it's just Chicago now, but if the school is passing out condoms at 10, that's forcing me to have this conversation with a damn 10-year-old about sex.
Who don't know, who probably ain't still gonna know what the hell you talking about. They may have an idea because of like the way the music's formed now. But like as far as the actual physical motion of it, like they don't know what the fuck's going on. Right. And so why do I gotta have this conversation with a damn 10-year-old?
Exactly. And if it's a boy, then you trying to tell them, you gotta explain to them or demonstrate how you put the motherfucker on. So that's a whole nother topic and conversation in itself. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like the way shit is moving, like man, it's scary to even like really want to have kids like because you don't know what the fuck is going on. What are my kids learning in school, man? We was talking about this. I was talking about this with somebody else, but like in a bunch of schools, they're trying to take out anything that's dealing with slavery.
Texas.
And Texas already done it.
Right. There's like Martin Luther King, slavery, y'all about it.
Exactly.
I'm looking like, nigga, what the fuck y'all doing?
but we trying to hand 10-year-old condoms and shit. Like, all right, come on, man. Like make this shit make sense to me. This shit is like I don't know, man.
Because my thing is these politicians out there in Chicago, like, so you gonna let your 10-year-old run around with condoms in their pocket? Because if the answer is no, then why are we doing this?
Right. Yeah. Are you letting your 10-year-old fuck in your house? Like, Why they got condoms if you ain't letting them fuck it? I mean, of course, true. We know some of these kids out here probably sneaking and doing this shit. And like you said, with the way social media is and everything else, these kids know a lot more at a younger age than we ever knew.
Right.
So, I mean, who's to know? But me as a parent, I'm not condoning sex with no for no 10-year-old. I don't see a reason for my 10-year-old to have condoms at all.
Shit, my daughter 13 right now, and I swear I would fucking put her in a damn chokehold.
Yeah, at 13.
I'll put her ass in a fucking chokehold if she mentioned anything about sex right now.
Yeah, she don't need condoms at 13. Like that shit is crazy.
What the hell you think? What you think about that for?
And I think in the article it says something about to help prevent and encourage. Well, help prevent STDs and pregnancies.
That's cool, but I don't think a 10-year-old is thinking about that right now.
Exactly. So like back to it, we're promoting having sex. Like
pretty much. That's why I was like, you sent me that shit. I was like, I gotta read this shit. That shit was wild. I was like, yo, wait, what? I was like, and to think that's 5 hours up the way.
Yeah, but imagine how many other, and I just happened to stumble across this, just scrolling Twitter. But imagine how many other like laws are out there in other like cities and states that we really don't hear about. It ain't got no like real traction. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like that's scary, man. And I think it lets you know, like as a parent, like a lot, like you really got to like start doing your homework and seeing what the fuck is going on, like in your town, in your city, in the state. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these local laws, because I'm pretty sure there's parents in Chicago that don't even know this shit was passed.
Shit, they know now.
Yeah, yeah. Imagine being in Chicago and your daughter come home and you go in the room and you know she got some condoms on the dresser.
Right.
You like, what the fuck? She's 10.
Oh no, imagine your child going to the first day of school and these motherfuckers, you know how they hand out what they need from school or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then fine print. Oh yeah, by the way, we'll be passing out condoms and menstrual pads throughout the like, wait, what?
Yeah, this ain't on no school curriculum right here. This ain't no. When you start looking at the damn shopping list, the items they need for school, like, nah, this ain't
right.
Condoms ain't on that shit. Like, what the fuck y'all talking about?
Man, it's about to be on that list now.
Yeah. Oh god. Hey, just like wipes and just like the Clorox wipes and shit.
Oh god.
Supplies, condoms is gonna be on that shit.
I was trying to figure out like why I gotta bring goddamn Clorox? Like, no, you fucking school board, tell the goddamn school board to do that shit.
Yeah.
My child is supposed to bring school supplies, not cleaning supplies.
Yeah. What the fuck she cleaning up anyway? Who is that shit for? If she
right.
So when the school year ends, she better come home with all them damn Clorox that she
right.
used. You know what I'm saying? Like
she better be using that shit to wipe down her desk and her desk on.
Absolutely, yeah. I want all that shit that she ain't used. She need to come right back to the house.
Right. We can use that.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and wrap this shit up, man.
Yes, sir.
Good chopping it up with you.
Always.
I ain't even well, you did kind of promo yourself. Well, introduce yourself.
Oh, we can always close it out per usual.
They already know who you are, but I was gonna get you to plug everything, but I mean you can do it afterwards. That's good.
All right.
No. Go ahead.
Of course, once again, thank you, Reggie, for bringing me on. You know I got you back as always.
No doubt. I
am one half of Coffee and Apple Juice, the podcast. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my co-host, Miss Aisha Hadia. We love you.
We do, baby.
we don't be ignoring you, but we be ignoring you.
Yeah.
But you can hit me up on Instagram at ghost_St. Patrick, ST Patrick 82. I will also end this. I'll take over for Dre since he's not here. You know, mental health is real. So if you got shit on your mind, you need to get it off your chest. Feel free to hit. We're not subject matter experts, but please feel free to hit us up because hey, you never know what a talking to somebody will do for you.
Absolutely. Yes, I appreciate that. And they drop every Wednesday, so check them out. Link. You got the link in your bio?
Yes, I do. Okay. Links in the bio. Actually, I need to update it with the new episode. So the new episode that dropped today will be in my bio. All you gotta do is click on it, like, subscribe, share, all that, and do the same for. Sorry, Reggie, because I'm on the road.
Oh, you good.
I'm on the road. Hey, do the same for Unapologetic Podcast.
Yeah. Like,
subscribe, share, comment, because these things matter, and being able to get the feedback helps with us being able to give you a better podcast every time. Absolutely.
And I need to update the link in my bio too for our shit.
Look, it's hard because I'm like, you know me, man. I'm not, if I ain't got to get on social media, I ain't getting on.
Right. And I just be like, I jump on, post some shit, look at some shit, jump off, like. Shit. But no, I probably thought that you had your art stuff, which I mean is all in one. I mean,
No, I had to shift over on my photography stuff. I had to make its own page, and I'm actually about to really get back into. I need to get into posting on that because I have the catalog. I just need to stop being lazy.
That's a hard thing in itself.
That's my problem.
That's a hard thing in itself. Controlling two different social media accounts, man. That shit is
rough.
Doing my regular shit and then Unapologetic, man. I'm like, man, like switching back and forth. But yeah, man. But hey, everybody, like Smurf said, man, if you do have things going on mental health wise, you need somebody to talk to, you can always reach out to anybody on Unapologetic. You can reach out to Smurf. Don't reach out to Aisha because she ain't gonna talk to you. She gonna make you want to. She gonna make you want to. Nah, let me stop. Aisha, I don't give a fuck.
No, right. Nah, that's all we gonna hear. I don't give a fuck. Like, damn, girl. Yes, please reach out to Miss Aisha on Coffee and Apple Juice.
Yeah. And like you said, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Shout out to everybody that been listening to us and supporting us, rocking with us from day one. Smurf is in that group. I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
It's fun actually getting, talking to friends and whoever else and just chopping it up. This shit is fun in itself. So it's something I enjoy doing. And I appreciate, y'all giving me the time, the opportunity, and the platform to do that. So as always, when I'm unapologetic, when unfiltered, Reg, Smurf, Dre, shout out to Dre. He'll be back next week, next episode. But as always, like I said, unapologetic, unfiltered, we will see y'all next week. We out of here.
This was shit. Good shit.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.